Hey everybody, I'm gonna give you a little backstory of my life. My name is Terry Bernard Pitts Jr. I was born September the 4th, 1994. And let's start at the beginning. So I thought I was a healthy guy all my life, but I just found out recently I wasn't. So I was at work one day and I felt nauseous, couldn't keep nothing down, vomiting, and I went to the hospital in Parker, Colorado, at the at the UC Health. So that was the first time I got sick. So I went to the hospital, checked in and everything, kept me there for a couple hours, gave me some IV fluid. So after I got discharged, I went home to rest, and I went to work for a couple days. Thought I felt fine, but eventually it didn't get better. So I went back to the hospital in Parker, Colorado for the second time. That's when I checked myself in and I found out they found out that I was really dehydrated. Again, that's what they told me. So they gave me two IV fluids to help me get my electrolytes up and stuff. So, but this time I found out that I had an irregular heartbeat, and I asked the doctor, "Is this okay, or is this something I need to worry about?" He said, "It's fine." So after all that, the IV fluid and talking to the doctor, after a couple hours, I got a doctor's note for work to take 3 days off. So I went home to relax for 3 days, told my supervisor. After the 3 days, I went back to work. So this now is July the 22nd, 2024. It was a Saturday. I went to work because I work at UPS. I didn't feel good. Did only 50 stops that day. I usually do a lot more, but I only did 50 stops. Took my lunch early at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I usually don't take lunch that early. So I went to Burger King, sat down, but I took an hour lunch, took a nap, still felt I felt lightheaded, dizzy, couldn't keep no food, no water, no nothing down. So I took a nap. After my hour of lunch was over, I called my supervisor. I was like, "Hey, something is wrong." So he told me to bring the truck. I took the truck back to work, and then I called my wife. I was like, "Something wrong. I don't feel right." So that's the day I was feeling shortness of breath and my chest was hurting. So I clocked out, took myself to the hospital for the third time, and Parker Hospital at the UC Health. But this time, my wife told me that I needed to get admitted, and they need to do a lot of tests to figure out what's going on with me. So I got admitted, checked in and everything. I stayed there for a little bit. So I guess a couple days later, she said I called her and to bring me some clothes from the house because I thought I felt fine. But this was on July the 22nd, 2024. This is when it all started. So I guess I wasn't fine. They kept me in the hospital. I called my wife. She was downstairs getting her infusion. So she called back and said that something happened, that I crashed. I don't remember none of this, but she said I did. So she called my friend Lawrence. He came over there to the hospital and everything and see me, but I don't remember. So after this happened, they had to skylift me to Porter Hospital in Denver, Colorado. So I was out. I was on life support. Don't remember nothing. I was intubated and everything. Don't even know if I was gonna make it. So they skylift me to Porter Hospital in Denver, Colorado. The only thing I remember when I woke up, and this was August. I was over there. I don't know how long, but I know I was over there till August the 3rd. So I woke up. The first thing I seen when I woke up was I saw colors. So I saw four colors. It was red for a heart, green for a diamond, purple for a flower, and blue for like a rectangle or something. I can't remember exactly, but those are four colors I saw after waking up from being out for 5 days. So I was in the emergency ICU on the I forgot what floor it was, but I was in the emergency ICU, and I had a couple of visitors, but not too many. But other than that, I woke up, saw my wife and my kids, and I found out that I had to have an impeller. So they tried to give me the 2 millimeter, the little bitty one through my groin, but that one didn't work. So they had to take that one out and give me a bigger one that's in my chest, right there. So it was like a tube like this, but I got it upstairs in the room. But after that, that what kept me alive. So long story short is that they told me I was on a low sodium diet, so I couldn't really eat salt and everything. So they told me, they was like, Mr. Pitts, you're really sick and you need a heart transplant or the LVAD to live your life. Because I was really sick, because my heart was enlarged and I didn't know. They said it was a genetic disorder and it's pretty rare. So I had the impeller in my chest, swollen in my neck. They had to check the blood some blood cells to make sure I could get on the transplant list, to make sure to check my heart and everything, to make sure I was doing okay. So they had that in my neck 3 times. They took it out, put it in, took it back out, but it was really painful. So I walked for a little bit. I had a lot of good nurses at Porter. So I had Mr. Douglas, Ross, and Nicole, and Laura. I had a lot of people. If I'm missing somebody, I'm sorry. So my nurse helped me walk with the swan in my neck. I didn't supposed to walk, but she was like, Terry, we're gonna get you up and walking. So she was the first person that helped me walk. So after I got back in bed and everything, they before I went to the university, after I found out my heart was really sick, they was like, you need a transplant. So I was like, man, this is really scary. So I was listening to the doctors and everything. So they got me on the transplant list to the University of Aurora, because they the best in the world. So after I got the Swan and Pella out, before I went to the university, the doctor put staples in my chest. So I got I accepted the transplant. I accepted that I needed a transplant and everything. So I was over there from July something to August 3rd. So on August the 3rd, that's when no, on August the 23rd, that's when I got transported at 12. They started the process at 12. So I got at the University of Aurora at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was really busy. And I was in the ICU again because I needed a transplant. And I was on the third floor. That room was, I believe, was 359. So I was over there for a little bit. And it was August the 23rd. But that's when I found out that I had to get major heart surgery, like a transplant or the eval. So after that, I just took it day by day to get on the list. But I found they gave me a balloon pump and then a swan back in my neck again. So this was gonna get me on a transplant list faster. But it's like stages you got to take to get on the transplant list. So it's stage one that's critical, stage two that's second to critical, stage three, four, five. So they consider me as stage two. So my heart was really bad, didn't even know it. So I had the balloon pump for 2 weeks. I couldn't really move out of bed, couldn't really walk because I had to lay there. So I met a lot of nice people and everything, a lot of nice nurses. They was nice. They could care of me. Some of their names are Miss Lori, Ben, Cam, Dane, Christina, Ashley, Elizabeth. It was a lot of people that I met because I was over there for so long. But if I'm missing somebody, I'm sorry. So on the process, I had to come up to terms. They was like, Mr. Pitts, your heart is really sick and you need a transplant. So I took a 50-50 chance and I prayed to God that everything was going to be okay. So after that and everything, they took the stitches out for my patella at the University of Aurora, and then they bandaged it and covered it up and everything. But a couple days later, I noticed that something wasn't right. I had like it was like an infection from after taking the staples out or whatever. So I had got an infection. So I still had the balloon pump and everything. So I tried this bed that it's like a tilt bed. Some people tried it, and some people didn't really like it. So I was on that bed for 2 weeks, couldn't really move. So I got to tilt up a little bit. But the only thing I hated about that bed was the mattress was hard at first. Because we couldn't figure it out. It's a brand new bed and they were trialing and everything. So we finally figured out how to get the bed inflated and tilted and everything. So after that and everything, that's when the procedure started for my heart transplant. So the doctor was getting calls in the morning, everything, and throughout the night. So the first time it's supposed to happen, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the doctor told me, he was like, "Hey Terry, you got to do your consent, and we got you a heart." But the come to find out, that one wasn't a good one. So the surgery didn't go through that day. So on my birthday, September the 4th of this year, I got another offer for a heart. So this was the second time, and the surgery supposed to have been at, I believe, 1 o'clock or something, or in the afternoon. I can't remember, but it was on my birthday. So I got downstairs, got prepared for the cath lab and everything, got some sleeping medicine and everything. Then I woke up. They had back in my room, and I was in room 359 in the ICU. So I woke up back in my room, and I figured out. They called my wife and told her that this heart is not gonna work. It ain't gonna be no good one. So throughout all this process, I was talking to the doctors and everything, and they were telling me that, "Hey, Mr. Pitts, we sorry that it didn't work out." So I was really positive because I was talking to God and everything, and I knew everything was gonna be okay. And I told them that, "Don't be sorry. It's all gonna work out. I'm still alive. That's all that matters." So I had like a really positive attitude. So 10 days later after my birthday, September the 14th, that's when I got the heart I got today. So I got the heart I got today, and that surgery was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock at night. So it was a 12-hour procedure, but the surgery went well and it was no complications. So after that, I went back to the no. After that, I went to the second floor because I was in the ICU again because I just had surgery. So after that, I stayed there for a couple of days. Then I went back upstairs to recuperate and get ready to go home. So this time I went to room 372, and I had some nice nurses. They took care of me. So I was doing everything I was supposed to. I took a lot of meds, and I got a scar. It's not too bad, but it's right there. And I showed y'all a couple pictures eventually. But so I got to eat, got on a normal diet. I started walking and everything. I didn't have no more balloon pump and the swan in my neck. But I had IVs, and they was taking my blood every day to make sure my heart was doing good. So I got released from the hospital. Today is week 1 out of the hospital. So I'm just glad that everything came out good and I'm fine. But that's a little part of my life of what happened to me right now. So now I'm taking a lot of medicine. I know some of them, but not all of them. Because I got some, I still got I got a vac for the infection. So I'm taking anti-rejection meds and antibiotics and some steroids to help my heart still function and everything. So I've been home for a week. I got a lot of appointments, so I'm taking it day by day. I just wanted to share this story with everybody. And my goal is now is to recuperate, take it day by day, and get back to how I used to be in life. But you can only take it one day at a time. So I just got to take it one day at a time and be positive and take my medicine like I'm supposed to. And so sometimes I take it 2 times a day and just go from there. So everything gonna be okay. I'm fine. I thank God that I'm still alive, and I'm gonna let y'all go on this journey with me. So let's start this journey together as of today. But this is a little story of my life. Thank you.